I know the person who I want to be, but I'm not putting in any effort to be that person. And for months, I've been dreaming, aspiring, and talking about the person who I want to be. I want to have this amount of money. I want to have that kind of penthouse or that kind of house. I want to drive this kind of car. I want to have that type of woman. And the whole time, funny enough, I'm not doing anything to get there. The first thing I wake up with is my phone. Doom scrolling away. Looking at memes or just playing games, playing Type Soul, if you know, you know. And I'm asking for all of this, but I'm not doing anything to get it. And the thing that has been bothering me the most is the pure fact that I know exactly what to do. I know the exact steps to take to get where I want to go. But I still choose not to do it. And that has been bothering me for like a long time. And now I'm frustrated because I'm frustrated of the fact that I just can't be uncomfortable. I can't do the things I need to do to get where I want to go or to be where I want to be. And that same mentality has shown itself during the summer because during July, as you guys know, I started making content in July and it was going well. I was posting content consistently. I was going to the gym. I was training. I was doing everything I was supposed to do on a consistent basis. And that month of consistency just went to my head, and around the end of the month, I just began to hype myself up. I said, yeah, I'm disciplined. Uh-huh. Doesn't matter what comes my way, I'll still do things I need to do. I will keep going forward. And then August hit. And turns out that discipline I said I had just turned out to be simple motivation. And during the month of August, I just completely lost myself. And it started with this little excuse of, you know what, let's just have a little fun, or a small break won't hurt, or you know what, let me just check this app out for a minute because, I haven't been on it for a long time. And sooner but later, those same excuses start to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they became so big to the point where those excuses became my life. So during the month of August, everything that had to do with my purpose started slowly fading into the background. My purpose became secondary. And because of that, things like my spirituality, especially my spirituality, started to plummet because my focus wasn't on my purpose. It wasn't on God. It wasn't on training. It wasn't on the gym. It wasn't even on content. It was just, my focus was just purely on having fun for that month. Now, of course, I'm not saying it's bad to have fun. It's okay to have fun. It's good to have fun, but just with healthy limits and to a moderate degree. So anyway, now it's September, and I finally decided to get back on track. I finally started to lock in, to be on my winter arc and all that stuff, which is a very shallow way to start improving yourself. I don't know why people do that. Please don't do that. Don't base your whole personality off a TikTok trend. All right, just don't do that. Just some word of advice. But slowly but surely, everything started to get back in motion again. First I got right with God, started going back to the gym, doing my cardio, doing my training. Everything's going well. And I know it's been only like what, 3 weeks? So I really can't call it discipline, but you have to start somewhere. All right? But I was confused because why is everything going so well? And the answer was simple. I just did it. You know, I just did it. I didn't think about it. I didn't contemplate anything. I just did what come to mind, and it just flowed out. And I think a lot of people can use this advice because you can be the most prepared person on this planet. You know, you can make all the plans you want, all the systems you want, the schedules you want, but at the end of the day, you still have to do the things you plan to do. You know, you still need to do the things you planned in your system to do. You know, there's still a doing in it, and that planning and schedule making gives you a false sense of completion, that you're actually going somewhere, but you're not. You're just planning things and just doing it, no matter the circumstances. You know, if you feel bad, if you're sick, if it's raining, doesn't matter. Just do what you need to do, because that is discipline. That's literally the definition of discipline. Do the things you don't want to do. Just do it. So I will keep putting in the work, whether I'm tired or have a lot of energy, whether I'm motivated or not motivated at all. I will keep showing up. I will keep doing what I'm supposed to do. Because if you don't do anything, nothing will change. You know, your dreams will still be dreams. It won't come true. Alright? You will still sitting on the same couch in the same room with the same in the same situation you are in now. Alright, nothing will change if you don't do anything. And if you want to take away something from this video, take away this. You will never become the person you want to be tomorrow if you do not work on who you are today. Alright.